Hi. You wanted to meet with me. Siobhan, good to see you. But I don't think I've ever spoken to either the Mad Batter or Egriff directly. Nice to meet you both in person finally.
Wish it was on better terms.
Yeah, we have a bit of a problem.
Of course, we have a problem naturally because we need more to have problems with. By all means, what is going on?
So we've noticed that a lot of the power riders, myself included, going even far back to the events of the last World War, all power riders have been taking some extra damage. And it could be either their equipment, their body, their weapons. And I wouldn't
Right.
talk to you as Chiroptera's Nightwing unless this was a little bit bigger than us.
Right. Of how many power riders are we talking about here?
Four of
Well,
us.
Ford that started it off from what we know. It was me we were looking at the last battle and something didn't felt right. I got winged pretty badly, which for me it was off. Egriff, what happened with you?
I got really sick. Like, I very rarely get this sick. I mean, I get migraines every once in a while, but they've gotten worse lately. And this got me to the point where I was sicking up and I just couldn't focus. And also, like, Duo Chan Fan, she has been having issues, and Leisha MV,
Right.
she's been having issues too.
I knew about
And
Duo because she hasn't been as active as she normally is. I did notice. I was okay. Leisha
And
too.
Leisha
Yeah.
is also feeling the effects, yeah.
She's Molluscan, right?
Yep, she's
Yes.
Molesca,
Huh.
Egriff
Four
is
different houses.
Avis, yeah, Chiroptera, and I believe Duo is Lapin, isn't it? Aren't they?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, she's one of
Duo's
mine.
laughing.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
that's the thing. When one house is having a problem, two houses.
Yeah, it could be just an off thing, but four different houses and none of us are allied.
Yeah.
Like, we're all with different groups for the tourney, and
just something
Good
don't
point.
smell right.
then there's Siobhan's brush with cancer before she got nearly killed. And
Yeah.
I didn't put it together, but I've been just exhausted. I assumed it was the strain of dealing with the tome and all the publicity and whatnot, but I'm tired, like, just tired all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm having a hard time getting any sleep. And it's like, I know sleep is what's going to heal my body. But when I'm waking up every half an hour to an hour, I don't know about you daywalkers, but I got to sleep during the day.
Yeah, fair
I-
enough.
I mean, but I'm having insomnia too, in addition to the migraines. Like, I can't sleep, so I essentially crash. I go until I can't, and then I sleep as long as my body lets me, and then I wake up. Sometimes it's as much as only half an hour, and I literally can't sleep. So
Yeah. Which kind of made us think, me and Egriff, two different houses, we started keeping our ears to the ground.
Hmm.
Lishiam and I have been rivals since the last event.
Yes, I remember. An epic battle.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, you got to have some respect for your rival. Lishiam, she was honest, she wasn't feeling too well. So that's Molesca.
and we were talking with Duo a couple of days ago, and she's worried about her word counts because she's just not up to where she wants to be.
Do you
And
think that the power riders are under some kind of attack or something?
it's possible.
I don't think so, but I think we have a problem. Because if it was just an attack, it would
Aw, sorry, just a second.
as long as we don't get anybody else into this, maybe we can handle
God
this.
damn it, son of a like we need it any. Ah!
You,
Ha!
you're okay, sis?
Oh my
Jeez.
God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez.
I was just okay.
Oh.
Ah.
So I guess that secret's a little bit more out of the bag.
You okay there, sis?
No, I am not okay. Okay. Look, sorry, I gotta address what these guys were saying. I'll explain in a minute, but you know that I've been accessing the Lapin library, right? The one that is the Chief Rabbit's legacy, right? It's a mess, but I've been trying to find anything I could find about the tome. This is one of the best books I've found on the subject so far. I've been researching everything I could. I just found the other day, when the tome is under contestment, when it feels, I don't know how, I didn't even, where is it? Okay, something about when there's any possibility of doubt as to who should be guarding it. It destabilizes, says this writer, and tries
like 4 different houses on the top floor.
Yeah, and it tries to trigger an early tome war, says this writer.
Yeah. Wow.
And now we got more people involved than we needed. So I guess we're gonna have to play ball with what we got.
Yes, there's a ritual that apparently can be done. I'm gonna have to ask your guys' help. Where is it? There it is. There. Okay, so yes, it says that basically they use the greatest litromancers, but the power writers, right? That are known.
That's what we call them, yes.
Right. Have to combine their efforts to do a special ritual to put the tome back to sleep. Ah, god damn it.
What does it say?
We've got to do 50,000 words each in a week.
Oh,
Excuse me?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it says. That's what it says.
With us already being impaired, we have to push that's full nano in a week.
That's what this writer says. I got nothing better. I don't know if they're right, but
what? So I don't know about you all, but let's say I'm a little bit more in tune to at least the battlefield side of things.
Oh yeah,
arguable, but okay.
Chiroptera, yeah, we haven't won a house yet, but we got the most individuals.
That wasn't what I meant at all. That wasn't what I meant at all. Yeah.
Let's take a look at this because there may be something in this. Literomancy, it uses energy, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a negative energy, something like a positive and
like
so
a proton and electron, or a proton and a neutron?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I didn't go to any of that fancy schooling. Anywho.
I know there's a difference between litromancy and dark litromancy, but I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this, just give me a little rope here. What if, since all of us are literomancers to varying degrees of success, some good, some bad, but it's been those who had the greatest successes that have been affected at first. Not by a house, not by event.
So it seems.
What if in use of that, we use so much energy that there's been a stockpile of negative, of dark literomantic energy? And we maybe have tripped something in the book that says, hey, these guys are still fighting. Maybe this isn't so clean cut to the book's sake. Now, you're the one reading it. I'm just the guy swinging the cane. So.
Right.
But go ahead.
Yeah, I can see what Mr. Big T's saying. I can see what the batter is saying. Like, there's I know I'm strong in literomancy. I've been strong since I was little. And it's led me into not just the good things that have happened, but a lot of the bad things that have happened too. So I can easily see
Right.
that dark aspect coming back out, or coming out in this case, to mess with us and the tome. Or maybe the tome is just recognizing that it's messing with us.
Could be.
I wonder if it's my fault.
Has it happened before?
No, it hasn't happened before, but okay, you guys know I had 2 assassination attempts. They were both almost successful. In order to try to foil assassins, what I've been doing is I've picked a group of people who are trustworthy, that I felt would be, both capable of bearing the burden and also not likely to do something stupid. And I have been exchanging the tome with them on a schedule that is randomly determined.
No.
Well, even
Oh.
it does sound like it may have something to do with it, but let's take a look at this. We only got history written by other literomancers. They don't know the fields that we're on. We didn't know the fields that they're on.
Fair.
So as much as I like to rag on you, in this case, it could very well be that we may have just done something that no one else has done yet. And if that's the case, we need to fix it, and in a hurry.
You're right. We don't have a lot of history, so we don't know if anyone has tried this before, but we do know it's unlikely. Everything that I have read indicates that everybody's bound in fealty chains. Normally, in order to gain aid from another house when one's house falls, in history, one has had to bend the knee. I bent the knee. But I didn't ask that of people. And I felt that since this was a matter that concerned all the realm, and all the realm contributed to the victory, it was reasonable to share the responsibility and the trust. And maybe that's a challenge that the tome doesn't like.
Or an evolution.
And honestly, if our roles had been reversed there, Sable, I wouldn't have demanded fealty either.
I know you wouldn't have, yeah.
Y'all do the politics bit. I do this bit.
Fair enough. And you do it well. You're one of our best combat literomancers.
What can I say? I at least know my strengths.
I have the deepest respect for all of you, by the way. I hope you know that. And
we're just doing our best, and this is
bigger than houses.
It's bigger than houses. It's bigger than alliances. It's bigger than a lot of things.
My only concern this past year has been the well-being of the realm. I'm taking a bit of a hit politically in my house for it, actually, because I'm willing to look beyond my house, because I know this is bigger than us. But look, okay, so I was just reading about this ritual the other day. If we all manage to churn out 50,000 words in a week, literomantic words, towards a ritual, a new creation, a new idea, then it's supposed to put the tome back to sleep when there's instability. But the drawback is anybody who finds out about it directly has to join it.
Okay.
Crap.
So that means when your little... Sorry, I'm trying to be politically correct here.
When my son and my sibling joined the call, they voluntold themselves for the ritual. Yeah.
Drafted, more like it. And what happens if one of us fails?
Yeah, what does the ritual say if it fails? I don't like to think that way, but we got to know the stakes.
That's the thing. We got to know the stakes, because with people talking to each other, anything can be overcome. Anything can be built. Go ahead. No, when it gets to battle, though, that's the one time you got to do your best and make sure you're the guy standing.
Yeah. And we got to make sure that we don't speak this to
anyone
else, even ourselves, in the hearing of others.
Yep.
Because as soon as someone else hears,
They're in.
then they're in, and they
But-
don't know that they're in.
But it includes those who are the greatest literancers, the power writers by definition. So we have to tell
Yes.
Duo, and we have to tell Leisha.
Yeah, they already know about it. They're already
Yeah, they already know
they
about
were
the
already-
effect. You're right.
Yeah.
So that would include them by definition anyway.
so
All it says here for what to do is that in archaic language, but that's
Modernize it.
yeah, modernized, paraphrased, it says that if one of us falters, the other must bear them up. Now, I don't know what that means. It could mean one of us has to take on finishing the total they didn't. It could mean that one of us has to
okay.
like actively encourage them to finish, maybe co-write with them. I don't know.
I think. Is anyone familiar with the old phalanx from the Spartan Wars?
The phalanxes, yeah.
The phalanxes.
Yep.
And
You had to have a defensive strength that came from everybody putting up. If someone dropped, someone else had to come in and finish the
pick them
job.
up.
Finish the job, put them back so they're at least able to do something, and then pick up the shield and continue the charge.
Yeah.
That's exactly the impression I'm getting from this. Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so then my understanding of what we've just said is that everyone who is here and Duo and Leisha have to do a nano in 1 week.
Yeah.
All of which has been at least winged, injured, or disabled in some form or fashion.
Yep.
That's 7 of us.
That's 8 of us.
8 of us?
8 of us.
8 of us.
That's
Sorry.
200K.
8
That's 8
times
of us.
50 is 400K.
Yep.
Which means that
Oh, 400K, yeah.
that the 8 of us need a total of 800K
400K.
regardless 400K regardless of where it comes from the 8 of us.
That hopefully is what is meant here. Yes.
Well, we're going to have to find out.
Yeah.
My
There's no other way
suggestion-
but to do it.
Is buckle up, everyone. We're getting ready for war.
Yeah, we really
Fuck.
aren't ready for war yet.
Well,
No.
then let's call it a skirmish or a showdown. Because I think it's going to be more of a showdown in this case. A skirmish is something light. You got to stick and move. Showdown, the Tome's calling us out.
So
You're
it's
right.
a showdown.
It's
Let's
a
answer the
showdown.
call.
Well, you know what? We beat it once. We'll beat the thing again.
That sounds right up my alley. I think I'll join this with a fair amount of fun.
So will I.
Thank you for
talons are
coming
sharp.
to me with this. If I hadn't known, then I can't imagine what would have happened by the end of the tourney.
Well, as long as we can keep things under wraps for now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which means we can't change the current plan with the Tome either.
No,
That
no,
that
you're right.
and we can't bring other houses into it. Otherwise, it's a risk.
Yeah,
If they drop in, they got to be able to pull their weight. And this
Because
is gonna be
otherwise one of us is going to have to carry it.
yep.
yeah. And how many times can we carry if someone falls? 50,000 in 7 days. That's no small order.
No.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever managed that. That's going to be a real challenge.
I've done it twice.
I think all of us right now are at about 150 for 12 days, but we just got winged recently. And all of our word counts have taken the hit since then.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we got a showdown with the Tome.
So
Right.
it begins.
I have to double my words.
right? Like
a
the
week.
wind.
so when are we
Frithilpus.
doing this?
Well, we have to choose a point. Oh, let me see here. Something about moon phases. Magic is always so bloody complicated. You know, everyone always thinks magic is so easy, but it's always complicated. You gotta do, like, you know, times of the day and
Oh, not to
periodic
mention you
tables
have-
and correspondence tables and
Yeah, and you have to take into account repercussions and backlash.
And of
Y'all
course,
do
this
that
is
complicated crap. I just do swing harder.
okay.
Don't hurt so much. Make a drink stronger.
Just a
Right.
second.
I'm with you there, Mad Better. You know, my talons are sharp. My claws are sharp, and I can fly over where we need to go. I can.
There's a time
I'm ready
and a
to
place
fight.
for all the fancy hooping and hollering and moon phases and Taurus and Gemini and the third moon of what's a hoots it.
Okay.
But there's also a place for people like us, Egrip, to go in. How can we say this politically? Because I know there's some of noble blood here. Go and make some friends.
Yeah, let's make friends.
Well, we're either gonna pull together or come completely apart, right?
That's how it works, yeah.
That is exactly how it works.
Okay, it has to be done in a waning moon. The moon is currently waxing. The moon turns on the 14th of June, so we should start this on the 15th.
And 7 days, you said?
7 days.
So from midnight of the 15th until midnight of the 22nd.
Yep, that sounds about right.
We could probably at least do something. Because this is based on each of our areas, right? It's just our contributions.
Seems likely. What are you getting at there, Mad Batter?
A little bit of tactical reconfiguring if needed. We have those who may be able, from those at the earliest time zones, to tell how they're doing, to tell the scores to those in the later time zones. Because I'm in one of the latest.
Right.
True.
If those of us in my time zone and near it can go, all right, you guys are 100 down, you got so many hours left on the clock. Granted, that'd be a horrible thing to hear, and there'd be a lot of swearing and probably a little drinking, but we can at least go, okay, 100K, we got this many people that can do this for this amount of time, buckle up, here we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm also in one of the slower time zones, obviously.
Uh-huh.
So, yep, we'll be on the backup.
Yep.
I think most of us are in nearby time zones. We're not. I don't think we have anyone. I don't know what time zone Duo is in or what time zone Leisha is in. I think Leisha might be in Jean's time zone.
In any case, those who are ahead of the others, it's 7 days per person who's in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We need to keep a count somewhere at least.
Right.
Yes, and that will have to be something that is specific to us. So, where do we do that we can do it in secret? I don't.
think maybe we should go back to what brought us to the dance. Paper and
Pen and
pencil.
paper.
Paper and pen. Yep, and we'll have to exchange it around the tourney ground like we've been exchanging the tome around the tourney ground. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you're right. I think that that's probably the only secure way to do it. It certainly seems to be keeping the whereabouts of the tome secure. And
Now,
I suppose that's a success anyway.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I ain't used to this whole politicizing mumbo jumbo planning.
I was talking about tactics there, my friend, dealing with assassins.
That's political in my world. Battle is the ones you can see.
Okay.
That's true.
Last time I checked, assassins didn't send you a hello card.
Fair enough.
But,
No, they just ambush you.
well, maybe they don't ambush me. The size of things that they may be a little nervous, but in any case, it's 50K. But did it say how?
No, it
So,
didn't.
As long as we get 50K, or do we have to make something new? Because
It did say something about fresh.
Yes, it said fresh.
Which
so that means we got to
could-
swing on something new.
could be something untouched though.
That
Like
is true.
if
Like
so
a
if
book
something,
where you haven't started the editing yet? Yeah, I'd say that's a reasonable interpretation.
That's new. It's new to the event, new to the problem at hand.
It's not a new writing, but it's a new act of acquiring words and focusing on the words for the literomancy. But if you don't have anything to edit that's new, or if you've started something already, I could see that not counting. And you would have to start
a
something
fresh novel. Everything I've been editing, I've at least touched. Yep.
I have one that I haven't touched yet. I guess I'll do that.
All right.
Okay.
It looks like I'm starting a new novel.
Great.
Oh boy. Well, at least I've got notes on a novel I was planning.
As long as you didn't start it.
As long as it hasn't been started.
Hasn't been started, just got notes.
Okay. So that covers the fresh aspect. Is there anything else we might have missed in that ritual that we don't want to come bite us in the ass?
Not that I can see, but I will write it down and I will make sure that you all get a copy so that if you see anything that I did not, you can tell me right away.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
What?
Why? Why did you say that?
Do-a-chan just flopped again.
What?
Oh no.
Yeah, I just saw it on they were talking with Tourney. Flops, another day without words.
And Leisha has no power.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? And the worst part about this is that we just got to keep going about our business and pretending that everything is fine.
That's the case. We have to put up the facade to others. Because didn't Sauropoda, they just won the last event, right?
They did.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was very impressed.
Yeah, it's very impressive. But the thing is, there are like the other leaders. You may want to bring them in normally.
And I hang out with melees all the time, and I see, Darth Nicholas all the time. I can't say anything to him about this, even though he's been saying also that he's been having issues with his word count. It's
clearly it's beginning to spread. Okay, guys, we're just gonna have to.
Hark the herald angels sing. Oh, we're the same old thing.
Way to levity! Yes, way to release the tension. Fantastic.
You know what? If we're gonna go down, we might as well do it smiling.
I am
swinging.
100% with you, Mad Batter.
I mean, I've even had Clockrocket come to me complaining about struggling.
Wow.
Well, let's get on with it, guys. I'm going to go so that I have time to start plotting my new novel, and we'll keep in contact throughout the tourney.
All right. Thank you so much for hearing us so quickly, and I'm sorry it wasn't under better circumstances.
That's okay. It will be some other time. We'll get together and have a good drink over this at some point. When it's all behind us, we'll share drinks and song. Maybe
we'll toast after the showdown.
Exactly. We'll toast after the showdown.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I guess we're ready to rock and roll.
Best words, everyone.
Best words. May the words be ever in your favor.
May your words flow like clean, crisper water.